All right, welcome back to the channel. There's a saying, always treat the people well on your way up because you may see those people on your way back down. It seems as if one of my favorite trainers in boxing is having a bit of a hard time as he has apparently been replaced by Ryan Garcia. As Derek James, it appears, is no longer the trainer, and Ryan Garcia went back to Eddie Reynoso and Canelo Alvarez. This should not surprise you. Should not surprise you at all, because that stable has been emptying out slowly over the last year or so. And the lawsuit between Errol, Spence Jr. and Derek James, I think, really showed what the problem was. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. If you guys ever have a business that starts off small and starts to grow, as it grows, you will see that there's going to be a lot of people as it grows that tell you how great you are. A lot of people that are telling you that you're the reason that the business is doing well. They will start pointing fingers at other people within your business and telling you, hey, you need to get rid of this person. You need to do this. You need to do that to keep, because you're really the saving grace of this business. And over time, you wind up getting an attitude, getting an ego, and forgetting who the people were that were with you when you were on your way up. And that can cause big problems, especially in the boxing world. And that kind of seems like that's what has taken place in Dallas, Texas. As one of the best trainers in boxing finds himself with, I think, only one of his main fighters left, is Ryan Garcia is apparently left Derek James and went back to Eddie Reynoso and Canelo Alvarez in Canelo Alvarez's camp. That is funny business in several ways. First of all, Ryan is not a loyal person, right? So that shouldn't surprise you at all. This is what, his third, fourth trainer. He's going to flip around, do different things. But if you recall, Ryan Garcia was one of the people that were talking bad about Errol Spence Jr. and saying how Errol Spence Jr. needed to pay Derek James better. Derek James winds up suing Errol Spence Jr. for $2 million because he says that he deserved, 10% of the total fight revenue, not of just the amount that was there for his purse. And Ryan Garcia was right there talking crap about, Errol doesn't pay his trainer well enough. And what do you find out happening? What happens? Derek James winds up suing Errol Spence, looking bad doing it too. And then Ryan Garcia leaves him. So the guy, and I'm only making this assumption, the guy that was paying him big money, the type of money that Derek James wanted, up and left him. Meanwhile, you have Errol Spence, who, despite the lawsuit, still has a fighter that he promotes working with Derek James. I'm telling you, man, getting big success is a challenge in and of itself. I don't have anything against Derek James. I just remember Derek James saying that he never wanted to have a lot of fighters in his gym. And he was going to have 1-2 fighters in his gym. That was at the time that it was Errol and it was Jermell Charlo. But then it expanded from Errol and Jermell Charlo to Errol, Jermell Charlo, and I do believe Sir Marcus Brown. And then from there, it was Sir Marcus Brown. I think they also added Frank Martin. Then they added AJ. Then they added Ryan Garcia. You and Derek James has said this, at a certain point in time, you lose your ability to really focus and train all of those people if you have too many people in there. But at the same time, there was also Derek James started doing things outside of boxing, like the Derek James Foundation, which seems to be a very good foundation, making public appearances and doing all the things that a public figure would do. The problem is, and I don't know whether or not this is going to be a problem long term. Derek James says he's not retiring, but you've lost all of these guys. It may be time to go back to being very simple about what you're doing and get back to what it is that personal attention with an individual fighter that allows you to become great with that individual fighter. And because, man, World Class Gym just took a beating. Like, they had everybody in that gym. It looked like one of the hottest gyms. And it's back to having Frank Martin, and I don't know who else is at Frank Martin and Jermell Charlo, but I don't even know if Jermell Charlo was there, because Jermell, I can't remember the name. I always forget the name of the boxer. Is a former, basically has another side trainer. So he had brought in somebody in even before Errol did, or even before Errol did leave. Now, Errol may wind up being over there with Breadman Edwards or somebody like that, but it's just, man, it's a all around, it's just a tough situation for me to watch how World Class Gym had everybody, and it just kind of over time, people just left. But AJ's never been a particularly loyal person as far as trainer goes. He skips trainers like back and forth. Jermell Charlo came from another trainer, came from Ronnie Shields, and went over there, so it wouldn't be surprising if he left. Errol is the one that had been the most loyal to Derek the entire time, but Errol got hit with a lawsuit. I don't care what you say, when you are in a relationship with somebody like that and people know that you and him are in good, are been together that long, lawsuits are always bad. It's going to keep people from looking at Derek James and saying, oh yeah, I want to work with Derek. Well, why would I want to work with Derek? Because if something goes wrong towards the end of my career, he's going to hit me with a lawsuit. No, thank you. I'll go deal with somebody else. I think Bill Haney and Devin Haney are learning that, as far as that a stupid lawsuit that these guys have out there on Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia for battery in a boxing match. None of that stuff really pans out when you sue people like that in an environment where you have to see people again. So I'm taken back a little bit. I'm not surprised that Ryan Garcia went back to Eddie Reynoso. First of all, Eddie Reynoso is an excellent trainer. Derek James is an excellent trainer as well, but Ryan was never loyal to Derek James. Errol was loyal to Derek James, and Derek James wasn't loyal to Errol with that lawsuit. They could have found a way to settle that, and I have to believe that is going to leave a sour taste in the mouth of people that want to deal with them, if they got any sense. If you don't have sense, go deal with somebody that is litigious. Telling you don't want to deal with somebody who their first instinct or their second instinct is to call a lawyer. You definitely do not want that. But, it is what it is. We'll see what happens, see how it plays out. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.